Hey, how y'all doing today? So today we're going to talk about the USGI medium rucksack, or maybe sometimes referred to as the medium assault pack. So this is a follow-up video of a video I did about 2 weeks ago now, talking about the equipment we used during our mobilization exercise. And while I gave a brief overview of that stuff, I said for this video I'll go into more details about it. So this particular piece of equipment, the medium rucksack, I originally got about 2014, bought it off eBay. We didn't have it available yet in Korea, so I went ahead and bought my own. And this one here is issued piece of equipment, and this is what I featured in the video. Now what does issued equipment means this is given to me by the military. I'm an Army reservist, so when I leave the service or I leave Korea, this goes back. But because I purchased this, I get to keep this. So here's what we're going to talk about in this video. It's to help you, for those who like surplus equipment, collecting or so, it'll be informative, and it's to help you make a good buying decision whether, if this would be something you might want to take, especially if you're a camper or a bushcrafter like on a budget. This might be something that might interest you. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Okay, first, this belongs to a set. Over here, you have the assault pack. This is your 2,000 cubic inch assault pack. This is designed to connect to that 5,000 cubic inch assault pack to make one unit. This has its origins going back about 20 years, late 90s, early 2000s, okay? This came out in 2010. It was originally designed for Afghanistan before being widely released for the Army. This thing, in my opinion, corrects a lot of the problems with this, which we'll get into later. The bad news is it's not exactly designed to integrate with this. For example, see this like little pouch here where your raincoat or something goes into, or in this case poncho, and that goes at the bottom of the assault pack. It doesn't have a dedicated connector like that. And also, this does not connect to that large assault pack. So for some reason, if you want to take the 3,000, connect it to the 5,000, and move somewhere, can't do it. Without, of course, modifying a jury rig, whereas this natively, or organically is the word used, was designed to do that. Keep that in mind. Now, so on the outside, it is Cordura nylon. It is water resistant. You can see the water resistant on the inside with the coating right here. And so what I'm going to do with this, I got two of these. I went camping last night. In fact, I just got back a couple hours ago, maybe 3 hours now. So I'm going to show you the loadout in here, so we'll show you what it can actually do and how comfortable about carrying about 30 pounds of gear is. But I'm going to use this to show you the interior. Right? This will provide the interior shots and the exterior. This will be to show you the loadout. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, for the exterior, POW's webbing. POW's webbing. I should point out, even though this will not connect here, those side pouches here and here will connect here. You can also see standard canteens, and of course your favorite water bottle and stuff will also connect to the side of this. That's good. You have a place up here for your name. You have these large upper pockets. This hook and loop is supposed to be for night vision equipment, but I use it for keys and like when we're doing our field training exercises. Got my car keys, attach them on here, whatever you want to do, that way they don't get lost, fall in my pocket. You have a pocket here for batteries, or, see if you can get that on camera better, batteries or anything else you want, like in this case sunscreen and some other stuff. Pencil holders. You got like pen holders right here, which is really good because the basic assault pack doesn't have that. And one of my complaints have been, and I mentioned this in a previous video, is how, for the modern soldier, we're expected to carry documents, we're expected to carry a laptop with us, we're expected to carry a lot of stuff with us in garrison and out of garrison. But yet, the old rucksacks and stuff didn't have the means to carry that. But this one, inadvertently helps correct some of that, and that's good. You have a lower pocket. And by the way, look how deep this is. Covers my hand, and you'll see that when I do that load out there. This is a very deep pocket. An even deeper pocket is right here. Again, another hook here, right? You got these 4 pockets here. I think if I remember correctly, these are roughly 500 milliliters, enough to carry an IV bag or an MRE bag. A weapons repair kit / cleaning kit. So let me get that up there for you. Very nice deep pockets. Let's bring it up to the camera, okay? You can carry a lot. I was going through the care manual for this, and in the care manual they give you a description of taking your wet weather gear, like your outer layer of your ECWS system, and taking the top layer and putting it in there. So it was designed, you know, the thinking of the designers to take like a poncho, raincoat or something, shove it down there. And it works fine for that. Alright. So then we got, we'll go in the interior second, but I want to show you the back. Now if you notice on the back, we have a plastic frame. We have Velcro to adjust the height of it to where you want. I would make a recommendation. Now, I've had 3 of these. The first one I bought was like this universal camouflage pattern one. I sold that off a few years ago because I was making a trip to America, needed some money, so I sold it off. And the Velcro on that one was kind of loose. It had been used a lot, so I used a 100-mile-per-hour tape to tape it down. So what you might want to do, if you got a rucksack, like if you buy this off eBay, for example, and you find one that's kind of loose, just get some 100-mile, lock it into position, find out what you want, and then just put some tape on it. Or also, you know, just if you think other people are going to play with it, just lock it down with some tape. So anyway, just a pro tip, if you will. Lock it down with some tape. You have your waist belt here, housed weapon. I have a multi-tool here. Dump pouch over here. This one is stowaway belt, right? So you got the belt buckle that comes out, that's the female. There you go. Male connector. It will, by the way, if you happen to be a little more on the wider side or something, or happen to have a lot of equipment on, which makes you on the wider side, it's very accommodating. The torso length, I have a torso about 19 inches. And I'm going to say on this one, 18 to 19 inches, it's maxed out. You can see it at the very bottom here. I got it. So if you're particularly tall, like 6'3", 2, I am not sure how well that would work for you. I'm 5'11", and it works fine for me, but I have to stretch that one out. This one might be a little more generous because I got it up to here. See how far I got this one up? Holds just fine. But anyway, you got your plastic frame, okay? If you buy it off eBay or something, you're probably going to get it pre-assembled. If not, either get the directions or get your bachelor's degree in engineering so you can help figure out this, because if that's one thing about US packs is they're kind of complicated to put together. But beyond that, hey, anyway, you know, adjust for your spine, that's a pro. You got air flow here, that's a pro. Very nice there. You know, very sturdy equipment. These are ITW buckles, made in USA. Made in USA, YKK zippers and zipper pulls. The problem is, this is steel, and the problem with steel is it's very durable, very strong, but also hard to pull. You may notice here too, like I'm having to jerk this thing and pull it hard. So anyway, you got a lot of that, and you got this little strap up here to hold stuff. Now there is a couple of cons here. Con number 1, you may have noticed. There's no compression straps, okay? So what happens is, if there's no compression straps, it just flops. If you're trying to move quietly, say you're hunting, or like in military, you're trying to go on patrol, you're trying to sneak up on somebody, flopping around, not good. But what you can do, and it's just annoying too, see how that upper pocket just flops. If you get a couple of these extra compression straps from like a 511 bag, or in this case First Tactical, you can order them online. Just take a couple of those and you can use the cinch down. And by the way, speaking of care manuals, as I mentioned before, this is the care manual. Look up this TM right here. Get it for June 20th, 2013. And it's going to give you instructions on how to take care of your rucksack and some information on it, if you're curious. So, Put that right there. And I'll put the NSN number down here too so you can find it. Alright, moving on, let's look at the interior. So, first, there's nothing here. There is, like, in terms of zippers or anything like that. It's pretty slick. You have two big pockets here that are supposed to be quote-unquote mortar pockets. Oh, hey, there's one that went too. See, finding stuff. That's cool. What looks like that here. Yeah, these are supposed to be quote-unquote mortar pockets for, like, mortars. Big, generous, really nice. You got a pocket back here that holds a missing pen, notebook, computer, radio, hydration. Like I showed on my previous video of how you could put your Camelback in here and how you can put it out your antenna port, side port, blah blah blah. Basic by modern standards, but compared to the old stuff, like that little rucksack I showed, yeah, there it is over there. Very nice. Big improvement. I like it a lot. Is it the compared to something you get from 511, First Tactical, Maxpedition, Kelty, or whoever, does it have that much organization? No. But for an American-made U.S. Army piece of equipment, this is pretty good. It does help solve a lot of the problems that I personally found with the light assault pack. Now, what I want to talk about, the actual use case. Use cases and like, yeah, you know, how comfortable is it and stuff. So, like I said, I took this out on a camping trip. Now, I've used this before, but I gotta admit, I haven't actually done like an overnighter in this for a long time. I've gotten used to using the evenly stock, right? So, you know, the thing is, this is super comfortable. I mean, look at that. Just look at that nice lumbar support on this pad. Very comfortable. But it's also very narrow. It doesn't carry bulky equipment very well, especially when you knock your camera around. So, I wanted to take this out, and plus use it for the video. So let's go look at what this can carry. I will tell you, this is great for carrying bulky items. This is good, comfortable, but not as good as this. You know, it lacks the lumbar support, right? It's not well padded. Actually, that one has a better padded belt. See how you get that nice little bit of padding right there? These little bubbles that stick out. That helps get it a little more comfortable. But it's doable. The medium rucksack, I would say it's good. It's not great. Eberly stock is great, but it's good. But if you have lower back problems like I do, or shoulder injuries, you might start feeling some of that discomfort. You might want to eventually make your way to purchasing something like this that will distribute that weight better. Like I did. Alright, so let's look at some real world here. This is real world camping trip. Upper pocket. Lighting kit. I got food. I got an extra, what else? Got fuel in here, food, mosquito mask, cordage, lamp, wazoo, just a little miscellaneous ease kit, right? This is for cooking. Along with these little stakes. Lots of room up here. Great stuff. This is my camera bag. It's an Eberly stock multi-pack. I just latch it here. Excellent. Works great. Down here, a West German cook kit. Knife, saw. And on this case, that's it down here. Up here, 64 ounce water bottle, or stainless steel with cup. TP, inflatable pillow for camping. Extra shirt that needs to be cleaned. what is this? Home Keepa, mosquito killer, right? You light it up and it makes a bad smell and it kills the bugs. It's a Korean thing. Sleeping bag. Portable tripod for filming. This NKT brand windy tent that I just got yesterday from Amazon. I took it out on a trip with me. I might write about that later, but let me show you this. For all you military collectors out there, this is the EcoTac multi-purpose tent or combat tent, depending on who you hear from. Very rare piece of military equipment. Got this about a decade ago, and I've taken this out on several trips, and it will fit in here just lovely too. So if you want to go like a true surplus adventure, true overnighter, fits in there, terrific. So you got a nice roomy opening, right? Right here, my German kit mat, which is also my go-to sleeping mat. So you have a lot of room. It works great. Alright. It's getting a real big mess in here. I need to clean this all up now. So anyway, there's really not much else to say. Suffice to say this. When you do your shopping, if you can get the if you don't mind UCP, if you don't mind the color, I would say buy this. You can get this on eBay for under $100. I'm in South Korea, so I can't go like a gun show and look. I can only tell you what I find on the internet. On the other hand, if you don't mind paying the price and you really want that UCP color, then of course buy this. But if you get down there, if you get UCP, you're talking like maybe $150 for that, okay? That's the going rate I see, and that's kind of expensive. Where I have seen this one for, it's good now, not garbage, for as cheap as like $80. In fact, that's what I paid for mine back when I bought it years ago. So that's I think that's a very fair price for something like this. It is good quality. It is well made. Some people don't like plastic frames. I haven't known anybody with issues with these. You know, these are widely issued now. I haven't seen anybody on base with an issue. None of my guys have had an issue with it. I personally have no issue with it. I think it's fine for for what you're going to use it for. Oh, this is supposed to be rated up to 60 pounds. I've only used it up to 30, roughly 30, 35 maybe. Does okay. Like I said, it doesn't have that lumbar support to really cinch in down to your hips, to really your lower back and hips to make it comfortable. But it's good enough for most purposes. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And now, if you've got the coinage and all, of course you might want to put the ponies up into this, right? But I would say this, if you're new to backpacking, or not so much backpacking, but like camping, bushcrafting, you want something solid, dependable, that's going to last you years down the road, check this out. Okay, so I think that does everything. If you have any questions, comments, please, questions, comments, please write it below. Please share, subscribe, share this with your friends, help support this channel. Thank you very much, and you all have a great day.